to the new podcast, episode number 108. My name is Steven. I am joined as always by producer and co-host extraordinaire, my man, Kelly. Let's get to it. Lots to talk about this week, Kelly, with three fights going down. Last Saturday, Wednesday, and then this Saturday. Hot tamales! Did we ever have a main event with Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier 2 going down in Abu Dhabi? Great event. We'll break that down at the end of the show, and the other UFC events. Man, what a great card it was. Great card. We had like that classic card feel. I think that's what Conor brought to the table, you know what I mean? It definitely had that classic card feel where everyone was tuned in and social media was a buzz with the news and just the predictions from everywhere around the world. Sports all around, where it was football or basketball people, everyone was talking about this fight. And it did not disappoint.
I can't believe how much they like him over there. Well, I mean, I can believe it. He's a likable guy, but I just didn't know how much people liked him over there. Like, they were cheering him and almost booing Poirier.
Yeah, they were totally booing Poirier. You know what I mean? Poor guy. They totally were booing him. He was a huge fan. I think he's definitely turned into an international star. Mm-hmm. A lot of people, you could tell that, Kelly, from when everyone was doing the shout outs with the tweets, all the celebrities that were tweeting at Notorious MMA. You know what I mean? There was tons and tons of celebrities coming out, all with their support for Conor McGregor. He just must be, I guess when he's a good guy to be at the party. Yeah. And I think that's the only thing I can think of. Like, how does he know all these people, really? Or are they just fans and he doesn't know them? But the dude's a millionaire, probably going to be a billionaire eventually.
For sure.
He just shows up in a fucking yacht. In a fucking yacht, he shows up.
And he promotes his own whiskey on his own fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure that was written into the contract.
Must have been.
Like, he probably didn't even have to pay anything for it. He was like, "You want me to fight? Sure, $25 million plus I want my whiskey mentioned right before I step into the
100%. It had to have been. It had to have been part of the deal. That's an easy yes for the UFC too. Of all the things, of all the different legality when it comes to money, I think that was an easy call for them to let Conor.
Yeah, it doesn't really cost them anything, except maybe a little airtime, but it's not like they're paying for that. It's just
of course not.
So
of course
else
not.
is paying for it.
Of course not.
You paid to listen to Conor McGregor's ad. $60. Was it 60?
No, I think it was actually 70. This one was actually
$70.
70. I know.
Man.
I think it was $69.99. I know. Dang. Bastards. Dana White obviously coming out earlier in the week too, saying how he's coming after all these streamers. You know what I mean? I didn't hear anything about it. You know what I mean? When it came to people online, I didn't hear anybody saying, my stream was cut or this and that. Obviously I paid for it. You know what I mean? But
I think the goal was to scare people. I think it's just
so
like,
too,
if you because they caught one guy in Toronto apparently. I don't know if he was like peer to peer and streaming it to other people, and then his bandwidth goes crazy. So they looked into that, like the IP, ISP or whatever. I don't know what he was going on. Like some people did, they just I don't know. When people commit crimes, sometimes they're pretty stupid about it.
For sure.
So he may have been doing that, and then he got caught. So they caught one guy, and then I think Dana was trying to scare people, like, hey, we got this guy, so, we got a big surprise in store for all the people that are streaming. So he's trying to cut down as much as he can just by talking shit. And that's what he does, his whole career is talking shit. That's how he, makes people's contracts smaller. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, I could fucking find a new superstar and make a new superstar. The whole... It's true. Through the whole organization's history, he's been like that. So I think that's just the kind of guy he is. I don't think he really had any fucking super top secret FBI agents looking into it. So
I think at the end of the day, it's going to be just, you got to weigh the odds, the way everything is. Are I going to come up with this crazy ass task force to stop these streamers, and how much is that going to cost as opposed to how much you're losing with these streamers? You know what I mean? Not paying for would they pay for the UFC if they couldn't stream for it?
I mean, the easiest way to stop piracy is to make it affordable. Fucking $14.99, I guarantee you making more money per pay-per-view because everyone's just like, fuck it, I'll put it on my credit card. Who cares?
Well, that's what we were talking about last night. Even $30. If it was $29.99, I would have bought it. I wouldn't even bat it an eye. 3 people throwing $10. Boom. You're not gonna pack the bar. You know what I mean? Like they used to for the fights. You know that was a big deal. Going to the bar for the fights, you had to show up super early or else you wouldn't get a fucking seat.
Yeah, instead of people like just throwing in $10 at a party too, you got fucking just one guy at home. He's gonna pay $70 for a fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah, by himself.
Especially when like work is fucking halted for a lot of people.
Yeah. Who's coming up with these ideas, Dana? You dumbass.
You gotta listen to us right now, man. You gotta listen to us. Like fucking $29.99 for the big cards.
Yep.
And $14.99 for a lot of people dropped out, but it's still going on.
I'm down. What a good marketing plan. Absolutely. I think you would at the end of the day. I think you would make more money.
Yeah, I think so. A lot more. You get people who never ordered fight before because it's just so easy to stream it.
Yeah.
Ordering fights because like, hey, I don't want to get caught, so fuck, it's cheap. I can afford it.
Oh, exactly. Absolutely.
That's the thing too. Like a lot of people not going to commit crimes if they can afford to do otherwise.
Oh man, you're hilarious.
Fucking Connor's not stealing Nikes.
He sure ain't. He's a part of it. That's how he made all his money. Illegally streaming his own fights.
He's buying Nike stores now.
Oh boy, going off the tracks here.
Going off the rails.
Other than that, didn't get really up to much at all. Trouble this week. Didn't really do much. Played a ton of video games. Got into a new game.
Oh.
We'll talk about that at the end of the show as well. Really hyped about that. I cannot wait to talk about it. And not only did I get a new game, I got a new system.
Oh,
but what system is it? You'll have to wait to the end of the show to find out.
Oh shit! I'm excited.
We're going to talk some reviewing the reviews as well. And and I just play a lot of video games. Really nothing to talk about. It's snowing today, which is crazy enough. Not really sticking out there, but weather report here in BC. It's snowing today here for all y'all. It's odd for us, even though we do live in Canada.
Yeah.
We don't get snow too often. We've had it the last few years, but...
it snows for like a day or two, and then it just turns to like slushy mud. Like muck on the side of the road.
It's the worst.
Yeah, it's like gross, and it stays for like a week.
It's the absolute worst. It just can't get hot enough to melt it, and it can't get cold enough to freeze it.
Yeah.
Anywho, what did you get up to this week, man?
Not a whole hell of a lot. Just playing some Apex Legends.
Nice.
Talk about that later. But I actually won my first 2 games today.
Ooh,
2 games in a row.
He's on fire.
Yeah, man. High kills too.
Wow.
I'm actually getting good after all these years.
Finally.
Maybe I could stream it someday. I thought about it. I think I need a bigger rig than my laptop. Even though it's a gaming computer, because it's a laptop, it's not quite as powerful as something I can throw like a card in, like a desktop card in, and actually stream it from there. So, I don't know. I might do that in the future.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why not?
I also thought about live streaming workouts, but I think that would be weird.
I think it'd be very popular.
I don't know. It'd be weird.
Well, there'd obviously be the people out there jerking off to it. Obviously, one way or another, someone's gonna be jerking off to that. Whether it be, I'm not saying it's a guy. It could be a girl.
No,
it would be mostly guys.
I won't be doing that.
I'm just warning you. That's obviously what's happening. People will jerk off to anything, man.
Imagine just doing your sets and reading the comments.
That's the lighthearted stuff.
Oh man.
Oh boy, but I got pissed off again at the fuck going to 7-Eleven to get my goddamn. So I got pissed off again. And I thought, you know what? I'm not gonna gripe. I'm always in here, griping about shit and flying off the handle about petty first world problems and always getting fired up over it. But I want to talk about something. You know what I mean? Something I love. Something you love, something you like to do. The little, I think right now, I talked about this for the last few weeks now, Kelly. The little things in life, the little enjoyments in life, and the one thing I've really been loving a lot recently with the lockdown here is beer. I've been really, really loving beer because there was a long period of time because we weren't hanging out with our buddies or anything like that. or I wasn't drinking beer for months. And it was starting to like bother me. I'm not like an alcoholic or anything like that by any means. I'll have 1 or 2 beer but I I definitely wouldn't drink anymore. The weekends I'll drink more. Maybe a day I won't drink anything at all. But that one, it just that I'm not addicted to it at all, or like I said, an alcoholic or anything like that. But it's just that first sip after a long day, or after the first drink of the party, something like that. When you first crack open that beer, Kelly, and you take that first sip, fuck, is that a euphoric feeling? It's definitely like one of like the best feelings. That crispness, it's kind of like biting into an apple almost, like a perfect afterwards. Fuck, is that ever like an endorphin inducing feeling right there? I swear it's one of those great feelings. And I had a lot of beers last night watching the fights. I like to mix it up. That's what I've been going with recently with my beer too. I'm like an old Eastern European dude at the liquor store. I don't know if you guys get those kind of dudes in America, but here in Canada, we have like BC liquor stores. We have like actual government-run liquor stores that, they sell liquor. We also have like the cold beer and wines, or what we also call them, the corner store liquor stores as well. The prices are more expensive because they're a local shop, and they're privately owned, where these ones are owned by the government. So the prices are usually a little bit cheaper. And I've been mixing up all the tall cans. You get all these tall cans from different European countries, and most of them are from Germany, France, Switzerland, shit like that. Obviously a lot of beers from the Netherlands too. And I've just been buying that. I'll buy 6 tall cans, and then my 6 tall can pack of Hollandia. Whew! It'll get me good, and it's just absolutely delicious. I like mixing it up when it comes to the beers too. If I would get a 12 pack of Hollandia, that'd be good too. But I just like that mixing up, a little bit of a different flavoring. One beer though, it's usually a beer that I always love, and if you're out there kind of on the fence about it, give it a shot. The Sapporo tall cans. That one, ice cold, is a beauty, and that is a perfect example. I don't know if I can have a 6-pack of them are okay, but I don't think I could drink more than 6 of them. But that one tall can, it is crisp as hell, and when it's ice cold, Kelly, whew, that you can feel that one in your soul. Taste it with my soul. But I just wanted to touch base on beer, man. I love you, beer. Never change. Keep doing you, and maybe beer will bring somebody else out there some joy.
I'm sure it is.
It definitely is. In moderation, though. That's the thing. In moderation, to be an alcoholic, most alcoholics you see are alcoholics from hard alcohol. But to be a beer alcoholic, woo, that's a lot of drinking.
That's a whole lot of drinking. I used to, back before the pandemic, I used to go on cruises, and I liked drinking a lot of beers on the cruises, just walking around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, you'd have a lot of fun because you'd have different things all over the ship too. There'd be a piano bar where there'd be a piano guy just doing requests and stuff.
Cool.
Everyone's drunk around the piano singing along with them. There'd be a show in the main room. There'd be movie theaters.
Yeah.
But there'd be all this shit happening, right? So you can kind of walk around a little bit tipsy and just experience everything, and it's fun.
Beer, I find beer is super social. I find, sometimes people on hard alcohol, everyone's different, right? But, you don't really see, people on beer end up passing out. Not very rarely do you see someone on beer get too aggressive, but definitely hard alcohol. That'll put some fire in your belly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good beer. Can't go wrong. But without further ado, let's talk some MMA news. This whole thing is going to be how it was BC and AC, the times, before Christ and after Christ. Now it's going to be BC and AC, before Corona and after Corona. That's what, when I was watching a show the other day, I was watching actually fights, and I was like, oh, is this current? No one's wearing masks? Not current.
Pretty much.
This was a BC.
Yeah.
It was before Corona show.
Hilarious. Good call. That's funny.
It is funny,
I'm
eh?
use that. Is this BC? It's what? No, before Corona.
Sad laughing.
Sad laughing.
Biggest news of the last few weeks here is weed no longer prohibited in the UFC. A positive test may not result in a violation from USADA. Huge news, Kelly.
This may have resulted in a loss for last night's main event.
Wow. Who you saying was high?
Well, Conor was acting kind of weird. Not coked up like he normally does, but mellow and friendly.
Yeah.
He's even giving hugs during the weigh-ins.
He was. That's true. Maybe he was.
I don't know.
He's on the Nate Diaz diet.
Just saying.
Weed.
May have resulted in his first loss. No, second loss.
Second
in the UFC.
That's his third now, isn't it?
Khabib.
Yeah, Khabib, Conor, and Nate.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Third. Yeah. I'm a little slow.
What a bum.
3 losses.
I know. Hang him up.
Hardly a legend.
Hang him up. Back on track here, Kelly. But it's pretty crazy. Huge news. The policy is the new policy will be applied to various substances found in CBD products. Instead, fighters will be evaluated for if they use the substance for performance-enhancing purposes. So if they used it to train, they may get in trouble. But maybe they used it for mental problems or for health problems, like they couldn't sleep, shit like that, or they could, they had no loss of appetite or injuries or shit like that. Then they may say, "Hey, you're fine. You're good."
I think this is gonna end up like TRT then, because there's so many gray areas. Because you could argue that like sleep is a performance enhancer because it helps you recover.
Well, that's a tough argument, though. I hear what you're saying, though. No, I hear what you're saying, but that's a very, and a lawyer may argue that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think it's pretty gray. You can't say we're gonna determine it on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah,
that never works out very well, in my opinion.
Of course, no, I totally agree. Exactly, there's gonna be favoritism, like John Jones.
Yeah, for sure.
It will only come in effect for UFC if the UFC serves as its own regulatory body, like they do in Abu Dhabi, and like they wouldn't work for other places. Like Arizona may not adopt this, California may not adopt this. So it's really only going to work right now. It's really going to only work in Abu Dhabi. Maybe it could work in the casino style, like the Mohegan Sun. If the UFC goes back to Mohegan Sun, we could maybe see that one. So we'll see how it all plays out here. But it's huge news, and I think it's about time. It's absolutely about time, and I think it's a great move for the mental health of these fighters. We're seeing time and time again, these dudes are stressed. These, and their mental health is the key. That fighting is definitely 90% mental, 10% physical when it comes to it. And I think it's even, that number even plays more after the fight, Kelly. After the fight, how these dudes deal with taking 100 shots in a fight, how they deal with that afterwards. I think weed is the perfect helper. When it's not pills, weed is absolutely the perfect helper. No one, no one else is going to get addicted to weed. Weed has been proven time and time again is not this scary gateway drug and shit like that. Prescription pills are 100% a gateway drug. True. All the time you hear a story about these, a straight edge dude get into a bad car accident, gets on pain pills, and then ends up sucking dick for coke. It really can happen. Not to that extent. I'm trying to throw a little bit of light onto it, but that will happen where they get addicted. Then they can't get the legal drugs anymore, so they go to the illegal drugs.
Yeah. And
you hear about time and time again. You never hear about that with weed. You never hear about that with weed ever. Like I say, time and time again with weed, the only thing you have to worry about is bags of chips. Bags of chips are the only thing to need to worry about. What's going to happen to them if everyone's smoking weed? They will be demolished. I like the announcement, and I can't wait to see exactly. Let's see what happens. So now let's see what happens when Nick or Nate Diaz fights, and we'll see.
As he's like smoking it out to the octagon, and he's like, "No, man, it helps me sleep." I need to smoke it.
Just puffing.
I need to smoke it 3 hours before I go to bed.
Right on schedule. Where this goes from here, I can't wait, though.
I think that'd be great if he did that.
It would be great, wouldn't it?
Or like right after the fight.
Yeah, right. Oh, now you're talking. He lights it up in the ring on like his post post-fight.
That'd be amazing.
Post-fight interview.
That'd be like memes and posters everywhere.
That would be the best. Yeah, now you're talking. Make it happen, Nate. In other fight news, we have a huge matchup with Cyril Gane taking his winning streak against one of the heaviest hitters in the heavyweight division when Jairzinho Rosenstruck, March 13th. Huge heavyweight clash coming down the pipe here, and I really like this one. You know, it's the young guns. Rosenstruck has a few losses. You know, he got the shit kicked out of him, you know, recently, but hey, you know what I mean? Guy's going to bounce back. Fighting is winning and losing. And he's got another tall order in front of him in Cyril Gane, and, you know, Rosenstruck's got to really stake his claim that he does belong in the heavyweight division and does deserve that chance at the top again. But here, Cyril Gane's got a huge head of steam, and it's going to be very tough for anyone to stop him right now. The dude's big, he's flashy, he's got a great stand-up game, and that's going to be tough for anybody in the heavyweight division. And this is going to be a matchup. This is going to be a great coin toss, Kelly, and I think the only thing that matters about this fight is it's going to be great for the fans. That's why I'm super hyped for this fight. It is going to be a super banging match. Two dudes who have not been known to ever go to the ground. I'd highly doubt either one of these guys has a takedown in even you know what I mean, in their stats. So it should be super interesting.
I'm gonna go with Rosenstruck.
Ooh, Rosenstruck. Nice. Well played. I think it's tough to argue that, but I got to go Gane just because he's got the hotter hand right now. Coming off the wins, you know, Rosenstruck just, you know, like I said, Rosenstruck's going to come in hungry. It's going to be, but it's easily a super toss-up, and that's what I want to see at heavyweight. Also coming down March 13th, I think it's just a fight night. This card is going to be great. We will finally see Ryan Hall take on none other than Dan Iggy. Coming down March. Same card as Cyril Gane versus Rosenstruck. I am super excited for this one. You know, 145 is one hell of a depleted division right now, Kelly. We were talking about earlier, but, you know, just because, you know, one thing, no one wants to fight Ryan Hall. It's kind of weird. No one wants to fight this dude. Everyone's ducking him just because of what a prodigy he is, undefeated, and he's taking on a very, very tough dude in Dan Iggy. You know, the guy is his own manager, coming off that big win of Edson Barbosa. He did have a recent loss, so it was razor thin, though. And my hat goes off to Dan for stepping up, because no one wants to fight Ryan Hall right now. No one at all wants to fight this dude. Just how strong he is. You know, he's a jiu-jitsu ace. And really, he's super tough on his feet, too. So I'm really excited to see this one go down. Definitely, you know what I mean, 145 is kind of in shambles right now. You know, really, you know, losing a lot of their guys exiting to 135 or exiting to 155. There's still some real killers in there, obviously. We saw Max Holloway last week. But, you know, I think with that Max Holloway win, it, you know what I mean, it threw Calvin Kattar, you know what I mean, you know, kind of all of his credibility right out the window. And these are two dudes who I would love to see either or one of these guys fight Max Holloway coming up as well. Hold on a second here. Did Dan Iggy, did he already fight Max Holloway? Maybe I don't know if he did here. Let's take a look here. Let's break him down here a little bit. Fighting out of Honolulu. Oh, he lost to Calvin Kattar. That's what it was. So, okay, yeah, that's how. So he beat Edson Barbosa and then lost to Calvin Kattar. Okay, that makes sense. It was a decision, though. It was a decision. I remember that one was pretty close. And Calvin Kattar gets the win. It gets to go fight Max Holloway, and here he sits back. He was on quite the streak beforehand, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight win streak, too. Huge, you know, coming off the Contender Series. Losing his first, and only has lost by decision, too.
He did the same thing to Brian Ortega, Max Holloway.
Yeah, he did, yep.
He stops these up-and-comers, man.
Yeah, he's just a killer on the feet. Just an absolute killer. When he's healthy, whew, I would love to see that. I would actually like to see that rematch with Conor McGregor.
Yeah, that'd be good. That's actually, probably the best fight right now, I think. But Conor McGregor's already talking about the trilogy fight.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to ask for it right away.
I think so, too. And I think Poirier would be hard-pressed not to say yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because he got paid. He got paid huge last night.
Yeah.
And finally, I think the biggest news of the week coming down, T.J. Dillashaw reinstated. Pissing hot. The Snake Killishaw coming back out. He can't test him. Can't test him if his piss keeps burning through the test containers.
Yeah, it's a funny thing, man. Like his last fight in the UFC, he pissed so hot it burnt through the fucking cup, and he got knocked out. Like that's not a good look.
Oh my god, terrible. I love because Sherdog first reported on his return. The date was there, you know, but the picture they have of TJ Dillashaw is just so fucking shredded. It's like
Good.
the picture they have of him is just like the most shredded person to ever step foot in the UFC. It's just hilarious how fucking defined each one of his muscles are. He's just like super shredded. But who does he fight, Kelly? Who does he fight? And I think the only real one in my mind that makes kind of makes sense, that could be a huge fight, would be Henry Cejudo. Yeah. Henry Cejudo come back, run that one back, and give him the rematch.
Yeah, let's see how he does without steroids.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Maybe he doesn't last as long. Man, I fucking lost all respect for TJ, man.
Me too, yeah.
I really don't care who he fights, honestly.
Wow.
If he can fucking pass a bunch of tests under USADA again and get a bunch of wins, and maybe he'll not that he cares if I respect him or not, you know what I mean? But then maybe I might respect him again. But right now, like, I don't care, man. Like he lost to somebody in a lighter weight, got knocked out while on steroids.
Yeah, tons of them.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, exactly. The worst way to go out.
Yeah, and not only that, but he knocked out Cody fucking like twice bad.
Yeah.
Well, probably on steroids as well.
Oh, big time.
While cheating. So you're gonna fucking wreck somebody's career. And now Cody fucking got the COVID.
Yeah.
And now he's been out for like ever because he has like scarred lungs and blood clots and all that shit. That guy, man, that's
what a compounding,
break.
Yeah.
That's a tough break.
Big time.
So I don't know, man. He's just a cheater.
Well, you know what I mean? And I think you should care the way you think, Kelly, because you're definitely not alone. That, you know what I mean? How many fans the dude lost because of that? It's you know what I mean? Easily 50% of the people turn their back on him.
Yeah.
And rightfully so. You can't cheat. There's only really, you know, two things you can't do. You can't kick a dude in the nuts. You can't pull hair. And you can't do roids.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That's how John Jones lost a bunch of fans.
Yeah. Oh, big time. Everyone hates John Jones because of it. Absolutely. But I'm always about second chances. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see how he deals with it.
I'm all about the path to redemption. Everybody needs a path to redemption.
Yep.
So let's see if he can do it.
There you go. Yours was much more dramatic than mine. Path to redemption. I love it. But that wraps it up. How have you been hitting the weights though, Kelly? What's new in your gains?
Nothing really new. Lately I've just been thinking about like all the differences between working out. Like I'm almost 40 now.
Yep.
Compared to when I was in my early 30s to 30. Even like when I was a teenager, it's kind of different, but. So like before, if I'd injure myself while working out, I'd just like push through it. I'd just like ego lifts.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'd push through things that hurt just because of my ego. Like I'd be like, oh, I'm so fucking strong. You know what I mean? I'd just push through it, and I'd end up hurting myself. And I still have injuries from when I was younger, and I'd do things like that. And sometimes it'd put me out at the gym for a while too. Where now, like if I feel any pull or any pain, I'll just like move on to a different exercise that doesn't affect that location. And I've been able to like work out continuously without stopping for like about a year now, I guess.
Wow.
Because
smart
of
lifting.
Yeah, basically, like if I feel a little bit sick or whatever, maybe I miss a day. But other than that, I just kept going, and I think I've been able to make a lot of gains because of that. That I wouldn't have when I was younger, and no
downtime.
Yeah, it's been a good year just for lifting for me, and I think a lot of it too is like a lot of people they'll just like we talk about vitamins a lot, on the show, and a lot of people don't even they don't think about vitamins, they don't take them, but I find if between like after I work out, if I drink like a protein shake and take my vitamins and stuff like that, I find like the next time I work out, I feel a lot better than if I don't. Like I won't be able to lift as much. I won't be able to, maybe I'm a little bit more sore than I would have been if I took vitamins and stuff like that. Like you need all these minerals, vitamins, and everything to build muscle, to repair muscle, and I think they're like super important. What to talk about though? I don't really like. Like my workout's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
I've been doing, like little differences in my workouts, just like, because basically, if you don't change things up, like sometimes you can kind of like plateau mentally.
Oh, big time.
You know what I mean? Like, and then if you do change those things up, sometimes you can stimulate your muscles to grow, or just like mentally push a little bit harder because you're doing a different exercise. And it really helps you that way too if you plateau that way. I think one thing we were talking about earlier though was the different types of workouts that you do. Like if someone doesn't do a lot, like a lot of exercise, most of the time maybe you have a driving job, something like that. Basically, if you do a little exercise, you can become sore. Oh yeah, so there's a difference between like getting fit and actually like trying to put on a lot of muscle, right?
Oh, big time.
You're gonna want to get fit before you actually start putting on a lot of muscle anyways, but you like there's a certain size that you can get if you're just like trying to exercise, stay fit, like just doing the same weight, stuff like that. You can get pretty ripped. You can get like GSP rips, like you can get pretty big, just doing like all that stuff, like body weight exercises, just doing more and more reps. But the thing is, if you want to actually stimulate your muscles to grow bigger, you have to use like heavy weights. Like you got to trick your body into thinking, like this guy, he has to push his weight or he's going to die. I don't know what's going on, but he's like, every single day he's pushing his weight off his chest, right? We got to get bigger so it becomes easier. Basically, you got to push more weight to start putting on tons of mass.
It makes sense, man.
But yeah, like I said, your muscle will get bigger to a certain extent just by getting fit. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But it's just it's different types of exercises. I know we've seen like the Olympics where people like riding their bikes around that track where they have huge thighs, but those guys are fucking juiced to the max.
Oh,
man.
big
like,
time.
Lance Armstrong, like all that shit.
Oh yeah,
like,
big time.
I think that when Lance Armstrong got busted for steroids, I think they had to go down like 80 people or something to find somebody who didn't get busted for using steroids.
It was like everyone was pissing hot. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you can definitely just juice your ass off and do a bunch of reps and get big that way. And that's another thing too. If you see someone huge at the gym and he's just doing like shit ton of reps and fucking like just doing heavy all the time, that dude can recover a lot faster than you. Like, that doesn't mean you got to keep up. You will hurt yourself if you try to keep up with that. Dude.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah, so it's like, just listen to your body. Don't overwork yourself. You have to lift heavy if you want to get big, though. It's the only way to do it. You could run, like, forever and not have huge legs. Like, you look at runners, like marathon runners. They run, like, 5-6 hours. And they're like super skinny. Yeah. That just shows you there's two different types of muscle fiber.
Big time. Oh, so, yeah, absolutely. And the sprinters are more like the jacked up dudes.
Yeah. There's like fast twitch, slow twitch.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just my little thing. Like everybody wants to have big ass muscles, but no one wants to lift heavy ass weights.
That's why you get all those dudes injecting that baby oil into their stuff. It's just like dudes eating with a comb over. You know what I mean? It's like, who are you trying to fool?
Yeah. Yeah, with that synthetic shit that they put on. Oh, man, that's
disgusting.
Nasty.
You know what I mean? Like, who are they trying to fool?
And it never looks natural.
It never looks good. I've never seen one guy that had done it that was like, oh, man, he looks jacked. No, he's like, no, you look like you injected shit into your skin.
Yeah, because it's all like spot, too. Like, some people, like, it's just a huge, like, biceps and shit. And it's like, if you're actually working out, other muscles around that are going to grow to a certain extent, too. So why are you so off? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, exactly. You got these super skinny forearms and then like this huge, bulgy, not unproportionate fucking bicep that doesn't even look like muscle. You know, you can tell the difference between muscle and between a balloon.
So how do you hold that heavy ass weight to curl it if your fucking forearm's so skinny?
No, exactly.
It's hilarious, man. Yeah, I'm sorry I don't have more.
No, that's plenty, man.
I should
that's
play,
plenty.
Like,
that was tons of information. That was very good sage wisdom from Kelly on how to lift.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was kind of all over the place too.
No. It was. I got you, man. It was perfect.
Cool.
It was perfect. Moving right along, though, folks. We're done. You know, we're done with Tim Hortons. We had a good run. Tim Hortons, you did a good job going coast to coast to coast, and you're a terrible place. But we got to move on. We got to move on. Let's go back down to America, though. Just throwing an odd one on the dartboard here. Just a weird, you know what I mean? A place unfortunately we don't have up here in Canada. I think there's the odd one, Red Lobster. I don't know if there is a Red Lobster up around here. It's like a seafood restaurant, which I would definitely go to if they did have one up here. But let's do this one. I picked Florida, Tampa Bay, just because Florida is always a bit more of a fun place, very rednecky, and they're gonna have some people that are gonna keep it gangster. But doing this one in Tampa Bay, Florida, 3.9 stars out of 1,907 reviews here, Kelly.
Shit.
I know, a lot of reviews here.
People like it.
People do actually like it a lot. A lot that is highly dominated by 5 stars, and some of the pictures these people are taking, like that one looks actually delicious. That looks really, really good.
Did you know? Fucking long time ago, when people first started like serving lobster, is super cheap. It was considered like poor people food.
Really?
It's like a bug almost.
Yeah, no,
like,
it is a bug.
Yeah, like people didn't want to eat. Like the rich people didn't want to eat it. I forget what it was, but it was like fuck, man. I'm probably just bro science at this point on. But
That's
I
fine.
think it's probably just like during the Depression, people used to like cover it in butter and eat it, and like this is cheap food. And then I guess like people with money started ordering it, liking it too, and I guess it
That's
jacked up the
fucking
price.
weird, eh?
Yeah, but it started as like poor people food.
That's fucking super weird. Now it is a super delicacy.
I just offended a bunch of people. Poor people.
How?
Sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Depression era people.
Strugglers.
That's strugglers. Here we go. Here's a good one here, and it's only a week ago too. TR 1 star a week ago. They only have 64 reviews too, so kind of right in the middle of the wheelhouse. Let's do it here. Okay, where could I start? Is there any? Oh my god, there's not a single fucking period until the very, very end. Jeez Louise. This is seriously like 2 paragraphs, and there's not a single period until the very fucking end. All right, let's.
Do you think that's how he talks?
I hope not.
I was at the McDonald's the other day, and I tried to get a milkshake, and they didn't want to get it. I don't know, maybe it was broken or something, but I wanted a milkshake really bad, and then they couldn't give it to me, and I was like, hey man, I want a milkshake, can I talk to your manager? And they're like, no, you can't talk to my manager, he's not here right now. And I was like, you better call him on the phone, I want to talk to him right now, I'm gonna yell at him. And he's like, okay, I've got him on the phone right here. And then I was like, I want my money back because I ordered a milkshake, they didn't have a milkshake, and all they did was offer me like a Big Mac or some shit. I didn't want a Big Mac. And it was like, okay, here's some of the coupons, and you just tell them to go away. And then they had to just went away and never come back.
You had way too many breaths in there, Kelly. You can't breathe.
That's true.
All right, let's get through this one here. Okay, where could I start? The staff, very nice. Food, horrible. And I think he says feast, but I think he means first. Feast, I had to send back my shrimp scampi. It was undercooked. Then cooked it very little, so that way the shrimp will not shrink up or disappear. The crab legs, they were just bits and pieces on my plate, so I sent them back to the manager. The manager was very nice. They came out with a whole crab cluster, and it was frozen in the middle. Not safe. So I sent that back as well. I wind up paying $16. They took off 2 comp prices. It was hardly worth it for the manager to even charge me. But then again, then it gets racist. I was not white, so you can go Crab Shack, Mrs. Crab. Very weird.
Oh, shit.
At the end, they get racist, saying it's a race thing, and then you know what I mean, saying Mrs. Krabs. Very weird. I know It's Mr. Krabs, but that's okay.
I don't see the logic. Like, whenever you think somebody did something on purpose, you got to think, okay, what was the goal, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you think they took all the crab legs back and gave him a whole crab just to, like, haha, it's frozen in the middle, you asshole. Like, I don't think they did that on purpose.
No, definitely not.
Like, they're wasting a crab at that. It's like waste of money. So it's like, there's no way, in my mind, they tried to make it right. And it sounds like he was still disgruntled.
The thing is about it, if you guys send the dish back 3 different dishes back,
yeah,
maybe it's not them, maybe it's you.
Yeah. Especially when they cook this shit for a living.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
All they cook. They should know how to cook it.
No, exactly. Like you said, it's no good to them to not cook it properly.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go. Moving right along. I am 4 reviews, 1 star, 3 days ago. Terrible. Soggy fries and chicken strips in kids' meal. Admiral's Feast was lacking proper quantity of food. Pasta was dry with minimal shrimp, like 6. We expected the same amount and quality of food if we were dining in. $60 later, highly disappointed and still hungry. When you're going to order takeout fries, good percentage of chance they're going to be soggy. Just what happens in the container.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just what you're gonna get in the container.
Especially if you got like gravy on it and shit.
You're an idiot.
I mean, gravy is like, like the fucking powder and water. Like, it's water in it.
Yeah.
It's gonna make fries soggy if you get
gravy. Of course. Well, no, just the condensation inside.
That's true too. Because it's all frozen anyways. Like the fries, they freeze it and then they fucking cook it. So it's going to have fucking liquid in there too, condensation.
Oh, yeah, big time. So. Here we go. We found a newbie review here, Kelly. VG1 review. 1 star and new podcast. Newbie review. 2 months ago. I have eaten here plenty of times, but this past Saturday was my last. The quality of this branch has degraded severely. My server was awesome, but it had nothing to do with her. The quality of food has diminished, and the quality of the... This guy is trying to be smart here. You could use a different word here, bud. The quality of the restroom was horrendously disturbing.
The quality of it.
With no exaggeration. Wow, they really pull out the thesaurus.
Cheap toilet, cheap sink.
Horrendously disturbing.
It's horrendously... How could this cheap plastic
Like,
toilet...
what was going on in there that was, like, I'm a bit of a weird dude.
Yeah.
But for me to step into a restroom and see it be horrendously disturbing, there'd have to be 2 guys fucking and shitting at the same time. That's the only thing, you know what I mean? That would garner a horrendously disturbing response from me.
Yeah. I'm more caught up on the word quality.
I know.
The quality of the washroom. Because normally you're talking about, like, how it's built. Like, there's like a big hole in the floor.
The workmanship of the grout was terrible.
There's just a hole people shit in.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people are being chained up and they're being force-fed to eat poop.
What? Alright, I think we're going off topic.
You poop in a bucket and these people are just being force-fed. That would be horrendously disturbing.
That's true.
Like, with this person, they probably just rendered, like, there was probably, like, piss all over the toilet.
Yeah.
And then they're out of paper towels, and the garbage can was overflown. You know what I mean? Like, I think maybe that was their degree.
Yeah.
But they you know what I mean? That's really a 2. That's on a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, people being chained to the walls and being force fed to eat the poop you just did there. You know what I mean? That's a 10. That's a 10. I like it though. Wow, this guy is kind of weird because it gave him 3 stars. Wow, this is a crazy review too. 3 stars out of 192 reviews, 298 photos. All these photos are blurry as shit, too. We were given cold biscuits. My soup wasn't even good. Red Lobster isn't how it used to be. I was very disappointed in the food, but the waitress was very attentive. I felt like we wasted our money. We still gave him 3 stars. That'd be at least that'd be a 2-star in my opinion. Another good one here. This is I think this one here I think is going to be this person. They're 2 people. Their Google tag is 2 people. So it's a very insecure husband or a overly watchy watchdog wife. One of the 2.
Overly possessive wife.
Someone was cheating. But JT 3 reviews, 1 star 3 months ago. Employees call others and give out your info on your order. What? Employees call others and give out your info on your order.
That's weird. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, okay. Let's keep reading this one. I ordered last night and received a call from someone an hour away explaining my whole order with the order number and how much I paid. I am contacting corporate and I am currently waiting in front to speak to a manager. I will not be eating here again, and if you value your money, you don't want your info to be passed around. I advise you do the same. Update. Nobody wants to confess to who gave out my info. So I'm contacting a lawyer, and I'ma just sue. I'ma just sue.
Is this BC or AC?
This is AC.
This is after
Corona. Yep, this is after Corona.
So what I'm thinking is, because a lot of businesses, the support, basically, they're doing it from home now because they don't want to bring everybody to the office and expose everybody to Corona. So maybe she's one of these people, or he's one of these people that are working at home, and they're just like, basically have their computer in front of them with all the software, and they're just calling the people. They're the customer service, basically. So I'm thinking customer service is working at home, and he's mad because he thinks that they're giving their number away to some random person to call them and tell them about their order, which makes no fucking sense.
None at all.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. This guy's, I don't know.
I think the only thing that I can explain about this one is meth. This one is 100. These people are meth the fuck out. How can you use exactly that? You probably if you call in to place an order at like a big chain place, you may go to a call center.
Yeah.
And those call centers, like Kelly said, are not open right now, so it could have been just someone working from their house at a call center calling back just to confirm the order, you fucking psycho. Hey, just wanted to make sure that you place this order. Okay, cool. It'll be there short. It's like, where are you calling from? I'm like, oh, Red Lobster. Whereabouts, though? Oh, I'm about an hour away from you. You know, like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, you're measuring, like, someone called you from an hour away. That's how you're not measuring distance. Yeah. You're measuring time. Is this?
I'd really love to know, like, the thought process.
I know. And then, of course, when the person called back to talk to the manager's like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's why no one wanted to confess to it. And so now you're just getting your lawyer involved. For what?
Your lawyer's going to be like, you got no case, man.
What are you suing for? What damages have occurred to you?
Red Lobster, I ordered some food, and they called a bunch of people and told them what I ordered and gave them my number.
That's what I love about this. They were just flaunting around. Hey, there's this dumbass here. He ordered some lobster. What's his phone number? I'll give it to you. Saying, like, the thought process on this person. 5-star fucking psycho. That's the one thing we didn't, we saw some real whack jobs in Canada and Tim Hortons, but this one takes the cake.
This is a great review.
This one takes the cake. 5-star for absolute methed out, no teeth, fucking brain cells gone, hair losing, fucking sores picking, methed out fucking whack job. He probably just got his stimulus check, and he's like, let's go to Red Lobster, hun. We're going to eat one time this month in between meth fucking binges. Oh, they sold our information to somebody who called us to verify the order. Love it. Love it.
We've been compromised.
We've been compromised by Red Lobster.
The locations are known by strangers.
Antifa's got our information now.
Antifa's
Oh shit! All right, let's we'll wrap it up with that one. Let's take a little break here. We'll be right back after these brief messages. Are you tired of ordering from a restaurant and them selling your information? People peeking into your windows, knocking at your door all hours of the night? Hey, what was that on the roof? Stop doing meth right now. For the sake of all that is good, put down the pipe and pick up the Bible.
Brought to you by Jesus Christ,
our Lord and Savior. And Red Lobster.
The pizza's here. Who are you? I talked to a woman on the phone. How do you get the gun?
How did you get my delivery address? They gave it to me on the delivery driver. He's got a bomb. That's a pizza. Sir, are you doing math? How did you know that too?
Red Lobster.
When it's cold outside and you're doing all that shoveling, be sure to rehydrate with some quality H2O. And maybe get your buddies to come over and help you shovel that shit with your H2 bros.
Hydra homies.
Drinking water with buddies. Brought to you by the Water Company. Welcome back, folks. Hope you enjoyed our commercials, and go grab yourself a cold, tall glass of water on the house. You know I'm talking tap water. Let's talk some motherfucking video games. I didn't really finish, like I said, there's no real end to Stardew Valley, but I have finished it basically as much as I want here. I just was basically going for achievements. I didn't play to the last festival to get the last rare crow, the spring one. I'm only a few days away. I'm just kind of getting tired of it right now, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? I've got tons of dough. There's really no purpose for me to play anymore. I got the dinosaurs. Everything's fun. I finally caught the legendary fish though.
Nice.
I've got all the legendary fishes. Even the legendary fish legend is just his name, and he was hard as hell to catch. But it took me a few times, like I said, with the only can catch him on a rainy day in spring. And I got lucky and it rained 2 days in a row, so I really hammered on him twice in a row, and he was a real fighter. It was easily the toughest fish I got to catch. And you only have a 10% chance of catching him too, so he does not come up as often. I really, first day I only got to catch him twice. I only got to try to battle him twice. Second day, it was the first time I had met him, I caught him, and it was really cool. I thought I was gonna get an achievement though. I called the rare fish, they didn't give me an achievement or nothing like that. So I'm like, what the fuck? No Xbox achievement. You'd think that'd be an achievement, catching all the rare fish.
Man,
what the fuck is that?
It's like, okay, this is the legendary fish, and this is how much thought we put into it. Let's name it legendary. No achievement.
And it was actually really tough.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I thought it was kind of stupid. I
agree with you, man.
Good game stupid. Though, and I think the patch is out now. You can do split screen on console now too, so maybe I'll give that a shot. But you know what I mean? It's gonna be hard to pry me away from my new console, man.
Shit.
My new console is, drum roll please, it is Stadia. I have switched over to Stadia. I was thinking, just everything I was thinking about, Kelly, with it. If I want to buy a PC right now, everything is so outrageously expensive right now. And you even look up PC prices, ones that are, you can't find the new graphics cards, they're just not out. There's no stock as well. The new graphics cards are non-existent right now, and they're being gobbled up instantly. All these local stores are having you actually physically come in and sign up, which I enjoy that at least. At least they're not allowing bots just to binge and purge the whole fucking lot and fuck the market over. Mm-hmm. So you physically have to actually go into a lot of local stores to sign up for a waiting list for the graphics card.
Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane right now. It's super insane right now. And you look at a good PC right now. You'd be going for $2,000 for a good PC, good gaming PC.
Easy, yeah.
And it's old technology though in it. You know what I mean? The technology in it is 2 years old, a year old, 2 years old. And in computer land, that's a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a real long time. And you're not going to spend $2,000 for outdated, outdated equipment. The Xboxes and PlayStations, they're just never going to be available. You know what I mean? I don't even know if they're going to be available come Christmas next year, or come Christmas this year. And who's going to want to buy these systems that are coming out right now? The machines are being cranked to 11 to turn all those screws, everything, with the factory that's producing the graphics cards, and then for them to be installed being shipped to the proper places, being installed. I couldn't imagine how fast and how overloaded these machines are building these systems. These ones coming out now are going to be shit. Yeah. They're going to be total shit. And it dawned on me, and then I thought, Stadia. I know I talked about it before, and I thought, okay, let's take a look at it again. A guy I work with has always been, he got it right off the bat. He bought the founders pass, which kind of hindsight, it would have been cool to buy it because you get to pick your name when you bought the founders pack. You got first dibs of picking your name, so you'd be locked in for that name forever. And but I didn't do that. But now they didn't really have any games really in the beginning. They had no games really in the beginning, but legitimately, the legitimatizing of them getting Cyberpunk. And that's what kind of had me leaning towards it. So, and I got a code from the guy I work with. He gave me a code. I get 2 months free. So I automatically get 2 months free. I give him a month free too. He gets a free month as well. And so I bought, and they do say you don't need a controller. You don't need the Stadia controller in order to play. You can play with an Xbox controller, even Xbox 360 controllers, anything that can stream. But in order to play on the TV and hook up with the Google Chromecast, you need to have the Stadia controller. So I made the mistake right off the bat too. I ordered a really nice Google Chromecast, but it wasn't the Chromecast Ultimate. I thought, fuck, because it was Ultimate HD is what it gives you, but it's not an Ultimate Chromecast. It's an Ultimate HD Chromecast. So
lame.
So I bought the wrong one. Either way, it's super nice. If you kind of are a person who doesn't like cable or whatnot, it's a really cool little device. You can actually, the controller that comes with it, like the remote controller that comes with it, is very nice. I thought it was very, very handy. You can actually even download games off of it, like little arcade games, like CD Arcade and like Crossy Roads is on it, and shit like that. And you can play with the controller, the Chromecast controller. So I'm like, shit. And then I couldn't connect. It wouldn't let me connect. So that's when I realized I couldn't connect to because you download the app, you sign up for Stadia. You got to obviously sign up. You know it's free. They still want your credit card information, obviously, to redo your subscription when your time comes up after 2 weeks. So then I was reading into more about the controller thing, and then that's when I read that you can't you can use the controller on PC and if you're playing on a phone, but you can't use it on the TV. So I'm like, fuck, whatever. Okay, I'll buy a controller online. So I'll go into the Stadia website. $139 is what it is for the package. I'm like, fuck, that's kind of steep, but whatever. I've already put a ton of money aside for a system. I'll pay for it. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just quickly check. The Facebook Marketplace, and boom, they're dirt cheap. I got $80 for the controller and for the Chromecast Ultimate. In a sealed box, $80.
Damn.
Met the guy. I'm sure I was a dream for him because, you know what I mean? I said, hey, I'm in your area. I can come buy it off you tonight. Just tell me where you want me to meet you. And he's like, meet me at the McDonald's parking lot. I'm like, 4:30. He's like, how's 5:30? I said, fine. I'll be there. I'll I'll be there. I'll meet you here. I text him. I'm like 15 minutes. I'm like, I'm a little early. I'm here. He's like, I'm right around the corner. I'll be right there. Gave him the money. He's like, you can open the box if you want. I'm like, dude, it's sealed. I'll take your word for it. You know what I mean? He was super nice guy. And no, the transaction was 30 seconds. And boom, everything was perfect inside. The box was unopened. It was absolutely beautiful. Hooked it all up. Took 2 seconds to hook up. The controller's really nice. I like the control a lot. It takes a little bit getting used to because X, you know what I mean? X is like your A button. So the button, like, so you know what I mean, your buttons, your 4 buttons on the left, the closest button to the controller is your button, and your controllers, like your D-pad and your buttons are on the outside, and your joysticks are in the middle. But the controller's wider, so it doesn't feel like your fingers or your thumbs are super close to each other. So the controller's a little wider. It has a capture button, and also has like a help button on it too for some weird reason. Normal, start, select. The triggers are actually quite nice. The triggers are actually really nice on it, and I really like it. I really like it a lot. And then when you get Stadia Pro, you can sign up for Stadia.
Yeah, it's free too.
It's free. Yeah, it's totally free.
And
you
can
sign
play offline games free.
You can play offline games free. Yep.
Right?
Yep. You can.
Yeah, cool.
I don't need to keep repaying, and it's only $11.99. It's $11.99 a month.
I should make an account just to have a name. Like,
yeah.
see if my name's taken.
Do it. Absolutely. No, do it.
I wonder what streaming would be like off that. You said there was a capture button on it. I wonder if you could do something with that for streaming.
Oh, I see you're saying. Good question. Good question. There's a lot of different, like, I haven't delved into it. It's quite a sophisticated little system. Yeah. And that's all you need is the controller. Like I said, you can buy there's still controllers out there for $80. I may just get another controller, just have one for my kid. $80 for a really good controller. It's really, really nice. It's got the USB the new USB plug-in too. Mm-hmm. So it charges up super quick. The battery life isn't great on it, but it has a built-in battery. You're getting an $80 controller with a built-in battery that's actually quite responsive. It's very responsive. It rumbles like crazy.
That's probably why the battery dies so fast.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very sophisticated controller. Exactly. And I think it has obviously something to do with streaming off of the Chromecast. The Chromecast, really streaming off of, and you get a whack load of games. So when you're, and I'm gonna definitely pay for the Pro. The games are good for my kids. There's a lot of shitty games on the Pro. Orcs Must Die 3. You know what I mean? Game you liked. I played a good amount of that. That's actually a really fun game. There's a bunch of little shitty games, like they'd probably worth like $25 at most in the actual store type thing. But hey, whatever. A bunch of games. Play it for half hour. Throw it away. Play it for half hour. Throw it away. It was, you know what I mean? It's definitely worth the $11.99 sticker price. But my kids love all the games. My kids really love all the games on all the free games. There's just more games for them to play. But I did buy Cyberpunk, and hot tamales, is it ever an amazing fucking game? That's really all I was really kind of the thing that was frustrating me too, is I wanted a new game. I didn't play a new game all of 2019. And I wanted that new game. Finally, that was good. That was finally a working game. And I got, Cyberpunk 2077. And everyone's saying it's bad, but that's what everyone was saying, that, hey, it's good, really good on Stadia. That's the one thing. I think that's the reason why there's all these cheap controllers going around, Kelly, right now in systems. Because if you have YouTube Premium, there was I think it was in November. If you had YouTube Premium, they sent you a free Stadia setup.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, exactly. So they sent you a free Stadia setup, and that's where all these people are just reselling them. People are just reselling because they already have, and that's when I texted the guy afterwards. I'm like, oh, thanks for the thing. You're very nice. Thank you. Have a great day. And he's like, you'll really like Stadia. I really enjoy it myself. And I thought, oh, cool. Okay, good. You know what I mean? I'll take this. The guy was a super nice guy. I'll take his advice too, right?
I just checked to see if Apex was on Stadia. It doesn't look like
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. They don't have a ton of games though. Still, you know what I mean? Obviously, with the having Cyberpunk come out is huge. I think because of Stadia, because isn't it like an EA game?
It is, and I think because Steam just got Apex Legends, that it is possible that it could go on Stadia. With most battle royales aren't on Steam. You won't find Fortnite and or Call of Duty Warzone. You won't find those games, but Apex is. So there's a chance I would. That's my game, right? That's my top game. So
yeah,
as long as that. For other games, like I said, I'll probably sign up just for the free version, just to get my name on there.
And I can
see what it's like.
I can give you the code, and you get 2 months free.
Yeah, to see what it's like.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it'd be nice if Apex could go on that. Dude,
Yeah.
one thing is like Xbox are increasing their monthly fees to like $10 a month.
Ridiculous.
The thing is, you have to buy their hardware. If it breaks down, you have to replace it on top of the $10 fee. And it's not gonna run as smooth as Stadia because Stadia is running off of Google servers. You know what I mean? Like the top of the line fucking hardware is being streamed straight to your computer. Like you said, Cyberpunk has no problem on it because it's like top of the line software hardware. So it's like there's a major difference because like your Xbox Series One's X can't upgrade, like over time either. Like it can't upgrade the graphics card. You know what I mean? Where Google can just upgrade on their end and then stream it like in a higher definition or 3D or whatever it needs to do. And it's also something you can take anywhere. Most people don't want to lug around their Xbox with them or their PlayStation with them.
All I have to bring is the Chromecast and the controller.
Yeah, or just a tablet and you
can play on a tablet. You can play on your phone.
Yeah, so like there's so many possibilities with it that I think it makes the price worth it. Where the Xbox, I don't think the $10 a month. I think that's way too much.
They're getting too crazy. Absolutely, they're getting way too crazy with it. Absolutely. Really love Cyberpunk though. If you're worried about the glitches, I got a buddy that got it for Xbox One. You know what I mean? He says it's fine on his end. He hasn't really experienced anything really crazy. I know they've done a ton of fixes with it, and runs crystal smooth, crystal clear on my TV. The graphics look amazing. The storyline is super, super cool. I don't want to delve too much into it because there's just so much to get into it. Just the kind of the basics. So you start off the game as you can pick three different storylines, like nomads, like it's in the future, right? So you can pick nomads. You can be street kids or corpos. So like you grew up like you're like kind of in a corporate structure setting, but everything is like super cutthroat in the corporate world, like literally cutthroat, where people are killing each other over businesses.
Damn.
And then the street kids, like you're from the city, and then the nomads, you're like the rednecks. And but all the missions kind of tie together though. Still, they didn't really go super crazy with the missions ending. All the missions are still tied together, and I think it's only a different prologue at the end that is all that changes. But really, really cool the way you do guns, the way you battle. It is. So you got to think it's obviously it has a little bit. That similarities to the Witcher gameplay and that type of thing. But if you didn't play the Witcher. And there's no way you could know that these were, they even had this, very slight, similarities. So you can do tons of different things in the game. You can be melee or you can be a shooty dude. I went with the shooting guy, and the guns are different, all cool. And what I really like about, I've said time and time again, Kelly, games I love, treasure hunting games, and that's exactly what this is, man. You just be wandering around, and there's a gang. There's a gang there, and you fight them. Get all their gear, get all their stuff. They may have something special with them. You take it, move on to the next place. No one cares. You shot this gang up and murdered everybody there. But you can do like hacking. So you have like an eye, and you can hack your left eye is like this hacking eye, and you can hack different things like vending machines to distract people, or there's people have robots with them, and you can fuck with them too, or you can make a guy go blind. Tons of different things, and you upgrade them, and you get more hacks you can use, and they help you out. And the missions are very intense. So the missions are super, super intense. Yeah. Really cool. The driving around is a lot of fun too. You got a motorbike, and that's really a lot of fun driving around on the motorbike. It's a really, really cool game, and like I said, there's just so much to talk about in it. But it's crazy. The one thing I was disappointed in was the ding dong. There's only two sizes.
How big did you make yours?
There's only two sizes. You gotta make like normal or big, and you can't even really tell the big. I don't know. I couldn't even really tell.
It wasn't that big?
No, the big wasn't even that big. I know, exactly. Jeez. I was expecting like donkey dong, you know what I mean? I was expecting like a huge wang.
Lame.
I know, I was expecting a huge one. But so I was kind of disappointed in that. But the funny thing is your pubic hair. They really went all out on the pubic hair. You can do different colors, different designs. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, that sounds hilarious.
You can even like have a dick, you know what I mean, for a chick, or you can have a vagina for a guy, or you could be nothing. You could be like a Ken doll and have nothing.
Just like real life. I'm gonna wait till it's on sale or cheap.
Yeah, it was a little bit cheaper. Like it was actually $80, which is I think it's like a normal price, but there's no tax.
Yeah.
It was $80 straight across, which is okay. It's a brand new game. I haven't bought a new game in forever.
Yeah.
I'm usually that guy but like I said, I had all this money saved up for a new system. I was like, I'm gonna treat myself.
I think I'm gonna wait like 6 months or so until it's like $29.99 on sale or something like that, like a summer sale.
Yeah.
And then that's probably when I'll get it.
It'd be for absolutely. I do that with all the Far Cries. You know what I mean? I'll wait till the Far Cries go on sale too.
Yeah, they go really cheap.
They go super cheap. Exactly. I've always bought the Far Cries on sale, and those, man, you really feel like you got your money's worth with those. Like I said, it was a bit $80 is something I haven't spent on a game in a long time, but it's worth it. It is totally worth it with this one here. When you buy a game and you say how much is how much your playability to how much the dollars are, I could see this one's going to be one of those games where I'm going to play a lot. The gear you get is cool. It's kind of funny, it's always in the beginning, Kelly. You always look like someone like you fell out of a dumpster or something like that because all your gear's all hodgepodge because it's just the best shit you can find at the moment. So right now my guy's got like super short shorts on, you know what I mean? But they're like for some reason they're way better than any pants I've ever found. I got like a sniper rifle and like a submachine gun and then a pistol. My guy's good at pistols too. So it's really the gameplay is very, very smooth. I've died a lot. It's very strategic when you get into these different rooms, into these different battles, Kelly. Yeah. It's very strategic with hiding, using cover, using your thing. You can throw grenades. It's very, very well done. But the treasure hunting is super big on it too. That I really like about it too. The treasure hunting is absolutely amazing on it, and can't say enough good things about it. It was really cool. I fought this dude just today, and he was like phasing, like he was like super quickly phasing in and out. It was really cool. So even just like scratch the surface. What I thought was really interesting is the beginning. You pick your difficulty, and there's easy, medium, hard, and then there's like ultra hard. And like ultra hard just looks like just super crazy. Like the whole world is like the whole place is on fire. You know what I mean?
I wish there was an online to it, like a multiplayer aspect.
I think it'd be really cool if it had the online, kind of like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
If it was like that, it would be really, really cool because the game is very, very well done, and just the different shit you can do with your guy is absolutely amazing. Like the different routes you can go. Like I'm sure I'm really making a mess of them right now, and it's always the fun part of getting a new game. You know what I mean, Kelly? Getting that new game, kind of getting your bearings. What am I even doing? What am I doing? Where am I going? How do I play this game? What I mean? And I really enjoyed how they eased you into it. I really did enjoy that, how they eased you into it, and it's still a lot of stuff I don't know about it. So you're constantly learning new stuff. They didn't throw it all at you at once. You know what I mean? You're constantly learning new stuff, and it's I'm really, really enjoying. I can't wait to go keep playing. The only knock I can say, and I'm sure a lot of people love it, is it's got a lot of story. There is a lot of story to it, and but a lot of people like that shit. You can skip through it, but a lot of people like the story, and it's got a good story. It's definitely a very interesting story, and I'm really excited to see how it pans out. What about you, man? What did you get up to this week for video games?
It's just Apex Legends.
Nice.
Yeah, I unlocked Mirage again on PC.
Oh, cool.
So I've been using him a little bit as well. I've been using this the trick. I've seen it like on Reddit where this guy, he does his ultimate and he starts running backwards and just looking around. So
you put all your dummies out, like all your copies out, and then you run away.
Yeah, because you go invisible for a bit too, right? So you run backwards, so all your dummies copy you, right? So they're all running backwards. And then what happens is they think that you are like a mirage, basically running by them, and then you just start shooting them in the back while they're shooting all your other dummies, right? So I've been doing that quite a bit. It's been working well. I wish I knew more tricks with him, but I've been watching like YouTube videos and just trying to learn like more tricks and try to up my game a little bit. I've been doing a little bit better as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Like you said, 2 wins in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
must have been something in your coffee.
I was wanting to like start streaming, like I said, maybe but I'd need a better computer just because I play on my laptop and it's not really set up for like streaming. It's gonna take a little bit more processing power and stuff like that. I can't just throw a card in it. So I wonder, like, with Stadia, if I can, if I can start streaming with that, that'd be cool.
Use your computer to record it all or something like that, and then just stream, then just
Stream
use
the
the
game
Stadia.
itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I did.
I'm gonna
I did
look
put
into
my.
that.
I had to up my my home data
Yeah.
to unlimited. Because I think I'm not sure how much it streams, but I've just been streaming a lot. Just with the kids being home and shit like that, they're always on video games or on something. My streaming had gone through the roof.
I highly recommend Tech Savvy. I have unlimited, and I think I get like 150 down.
Wow.
But I only pay like $55 a month, something like that.
Yeah, we're thinking of ditching cable.
The Tech Savvy is pretty good. They just they use Shaw and Telus lines, but they're like a reseller, and they sell it for like super cheap. Like I don't know how they can do it, but they sell it for super cheap. But basically, you have to buy your own hardware. So that's the only.
Still.
But yeah, I think it cost me like $200 to set everything up, $300, something like that. But it's like $55 a month, and we've had it since we moved here. And like I said, it's like 150 gigabytes down, something like that, and it's unlimited.
Nice.
And it's like fucking it. We have 2 4K TVs. We have people streaming games. Never had issues with it. So highly recommend it. Telus basically is like they make it easy because they give you everything and set everything up for you, right?
Yeah.
Where instead like of you having to actually set up the modem and everything yourself. So I think a lot of people go that way just because it's easier, but you're paying like easily like 3 times as much as it's
easily
worth. So yeah, they get you with their hardware. They get with you with their hardware and contracts, because they'll also say, hey, we'll give you a free TV.
Of course, yeah.
If you sign a contract, and it'll be like a 2-year, 3-year contract, and the first year would be like I don't know, it won't even be 55. It'd be like $80 a month, and then the second year is 180.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
They fucking double it. So they always get you with contracts and hardware. Where Tech Savvy is like, it's just a fucking base rate. That's it. And the only way they'll raise it is if the government says, hey, it's like gonna cost more in taxes and shit like that, so you gotta raise it. That's
yeah.
And it's not even. It's like a couple bucks if they do.
Of course. Oh, that's cool.
So I highly recommend Tech Savvy. I've been with them in the old house too.
Really?
Yeah, because I cut when I cut my cable, I cut it actually in the old house.
Yeah, you've been with the cable for a long time.
Yeah, so Tech Savvy's always been great customer service, so like a local customer service. So
nice.
Yeah.
Did you get into any other good games? Like, did you play with anybody else, or you just really miraging it up?
No, well, I played just a lot of Apex. I did have my last game. It was kind of funny because I was with this one other guy. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or girl. I'm not sure. He was playing Bangalore, and we went down. We with one team, like 3 people, one team. We're doing pretty good. Which one guy gets knocked, and he's like, "Good game," and quits. And it's like, what the fuck?
Bitch.
And the other guy, I saw it was a guy, because I remember he said on the mic, he's like, what the fuck, did she just quit? And then it is deep voice, so definitely a guy. So then we're just like, whatever, we kept playing. And we actually like made it to like all the way to like second place. We're still wiping teams, just me and him. And then at the very end, he throws his ultimate towards the circle, which I'm running towards, and I get hit by it. All those bombs, and then it slows me down, and then the ring hits me, and I just die because of the ring.
Yeah.
And then he dies because he's running the long way around.
Oh,
and
man.
the other guy, and the last team was just one dude.
Oh,
and he fucking won just by being in the circle.
You guys got killed by the storm.
As soon as he threw it, I'm like, no, I'm running towards it. Like I'm fucked. Like the whole team's fucked. Yeah. But at the end, it's like we both got over 1,000 damage, killed over 5 people each. So like, it's
still a good game.
If that last guy survived, maybe he would have made it to the center of the ring and killed him. I don't know, but man, that was
crazy.
I don't know, man. It was a fun game, but that one thing, I'm like, no,
how heartbreaking, eh? Yeah. Right at the end.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna like trash talk.
Yeah, no, you didn't. No, it's just a mistake.
It's a mistake. Yeah. I make stupid mistakes like that sometimes too. It's like the heat of the battle where you like have the adrenaline running through you. and you're like, oh, last two teams. You're like, oh, what the fuck? What am I gonna do, right? And you, you make
live
bad
and
calls
die.
sometimes. Gotta stay calm, man. Gotta stay calm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All the light ammo stuff is like really good right now.
Okay, just tweak that. Yeah.
Yeah, heavy isn't as good. So if you're gonna go with assault rifles, go with the 304, I think it is, or 305, whatever it is.
Okay.
Don't go with the flatline. Yeah, 304, 305, whatever the fuck it is going to be a better gun. Yeah, all lightweight stuff. And obviously the what the hell is it called? Massive. The Massive.
Oh,
is still
okay.
good.
Yep.
Massive's
Yeah,
still
you
good.
loved that one for a long time.
I've been using the that little gun as well. I forget what it's called. It's like a heavy gun, but it's just like shoots like 3 bullets or whatever. 4
Okay.
bullets. That one is the only heavy weapon that's actually pretty good right now, especially if you get like a quick draw or skull piercer with it. I wish I could remember the name of it right now.
Huh.
Play it like all the time. I just forget. Like,
Doesn't ring a bell. Yeah.
the thing is, like, I just don't like look at the names all the time of the guns and shit like that. So I don't know.
Well, you play it so often too, you just forget too, right?
I just know what it is. You know what I mean?
exactly,
It's kind of like you don't need an address to get to a house.
Exactly.
That you know what it is,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like that. Yeah, I forget what it's called, but yeah, I've just been having fun with Apex.
Nice.
Not really too much more. I think the new season is next week.
Oh, sweet.
And I think they've already announced the new Apex Legends. Oh, sorry, Apex Legend. It seems to be some dude with a mustache and a fake arm, like a robotic
Okay.
arm. He had like a little backstory with him and his partner, I guess, where like they were like I don't know, like battling together for a long time, and they're trying to get into the Apex games.
Huh.
And then what happened was he got in and she didn't, and then I guess she got jealous and threw a grenade at him, and then it blew his arm off, and now he has a fake arm going into.
Crazy.
So I don't know what his ability is gonna be or anything like that. I just seen little clips of it, but so I could probably talk about that next next episode. Yeah.
That should be exciting.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, that's
Nice.
overall my Apex Legends
Very good.
for the week. That'd be cool if I could start streaming.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. I totally encourage you to do it, man.
I actually used to like make YouTube videos,
Oh yeah.
and like when I used to play Call of Duty, I think it was like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 back in the day.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I had like a capture card and everything from my
Huh.
PlayStation 3, and I'd just record off of that, and then I'd upload it to my computer and make video clips on that and just post it on
Oh, that's cool.
YouTube. Yeah, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, why not? Let's talk some MMA. Let's get started with UFC on ABC 1. Holloway versus Kattar. Great fight, man. The king is going to be hard to die. This was a good card though. I watched the whole dang thing. Really good card. The one good thing about this fight week was the fans, Kelly. It was great seeing fans in the stadium again. You know what I mean? Even though how kind of weird it was, and I think it was more jealousy than anything. They were still socially distanced, everyone wearing masks in there, but it was really cool feeling to hear the fans. I loved it. One fight that really stood out to me was Carlos Felipe versus Justin Taffa. That was a split decision win for Carlos Felipe. I think that one should have been in bare knuckle fighting. If that was a bare knuckle fighting matchup, man, that would have been great. We see a crazy finish. Over a rising champ in Dushko Todorovic. Man, Dushko, now he's got a terrible name and a knock-on on his career. But man, we could see a star in the making here, because Dushko was just supposed to destroy this dude. But Punahele, Soriano, whew, watch out for this dude, man. This guy is going to be trouble for anybody. Really huge win. He put Dushko on skates right off the bat. And this dude is coming for people's heads at 185, also undefeated. Story time, Soriano. His other fight in the UFC was also a KO as well. First round as well. So coming out of the Contender Series with a decision win and getting 2 finishes right off the bat in when he gets to the actual show. We see a huge win for Jai Ling Lee, the Leech, getting one hell of a KO victory over Santiago Ponzinibbio. Huge win with that one. Oh, Joaquin Buckley also got knocked out on this card as well, Kelly, the flashy guy. He gets knocked out by a head kick of his own.
He kicked his own head?
He kicked himself right in the head.
That'd be hilarious.
Knocked himself out. Carlos Condit getting a big win over Matt Brown. You know what I mean? Kind of a legends fight. Pretty much a one-sided beatdown there after the second round. And then that brings us to the main event of the evening, where Calvin Kattar was the main star of the upcoming horror film Attack of the Elbows, as Max Holloway beat the fuck out of Calvin Kattar. We see another dude get some serious brain damage at the hands of Max Blessed Holloway. What a fucking beatdown this fight was. Hot tamales. Did Kattar ever just take a 5-round shit kicking? And huge one for Max Holloway, man. Max Holloway just not going to go away here, Kelly. This was supposed to be the dude. They were basically the same height, and basically, very similar even in reach. This was supposed to be the dude to take out Holloway, and Holloway says no way. Kind of messing up the division for 145. You need to see young guys come back up again, because now we're going to see Max Holloway battle for the belt again here potentially.
Hopefully,
I think he deserves it. There's really no one else there to fight. Moving right along to UFC on ESPN 20, Chiesa versus Magny. The backup card. This one was really supposed to have. It was really Khamzat Chimaev was supposed to be on this one here, but not a great card. What was it? We have Isaac Villanova with a crazy KO punch over Vinícius Moreira, and Warley Alves with a liver kick to stop Mornin Lezes. And Chiesa, I think, was the most shocking. I don't really like Chiesa that much, but he gets a huge dominant victory over Neil Magny, the quintessential gatekeeper of 170, and Chiesa gets a huge win over top of him, catapulting himself in the top 10. Let's get to the main course. Just going down last night, UFC 257. Poirier versus McGregor 2. Card kind of started off slow. I watched the undercard. Kind of started off slow. Khalil Roundtree loses in his comeback here. Nick Lentz also losing in a split decision, retiring after this one. He's just saying the eye poke he took in the previous fights has made him so he can't see and he can't fight properly. Huge win for Juliana Pena. The Venezuelan vixen gets back into the victory circle with a rear naked choke over Sarah McCann after getting choked out herself. Pena comes back with a huge victory. Basically, I think Sarah McCann's going to get her walking papers after this. Good fight between Brad Tavares and Antonio Carlos Jr. It actually was a really good back and forth fight with Brad Tavares kind of just stealing the third there. And we see the two replacements going up against each other when Arman Tsukhayev versus Matt Favola. It was a really good wrestling showing for Arman. The battle of Arman's original opponent had got sick from weight cutting. He couldn't compete. And Matt Favola's opponent, Ottoman Azatar, obviously, fired, not only kicked out of Fight Island, but fired from the UFC for having his team take off their wristbands, give them to a buddy outside. He tapes the wristbands together, gets into the bubble basically at the arena, goes into a hotel room, shimmies across 4 balconies here, Kelly, into Ottoman's room, leaving a mysterious bag, changing clothes, and then leaving. And then as he's leaving, security goes to stop him, saying, "Hey, who are you? Where are your credentials?" He runs from them, books it, and they obviously traced him back. Okay, well, we have 1 million cameras in this building. Let's see what room this guy came out. Oh, he came out of Ottoman Azatar's room. Knock on his door. What the fuck is going on? And the story obviously wasn't matching up, and he got fired from the UFC and just his ass kicked. Yeah, absolutely. You're going to jeopardize all these athletes, this huge event, just because you got to get your buddy in there? Stupid move, and he will pay dearly for this stupid move. What was in the bag? roids, weed, who knows? Anything. The dude looks jacked, so I wouldn't doubt if it was some kind of roids.
It's probably piss. Clean
Could have been.
piss.
Could have been clean piss. Yeah, maybe you're right. But Matt Frevola falling in one hell of a beatdown from Arman. And a super surprise win. Marina Rodriguez knocking out Amanda Ribas. Whew. Knocked her the fuck out. And, Marina Rodriguez wasn't that much of an underdog, but, Amanda Ribas was supposed to be the next big thing. And here now Marina Rodriguez takes her spot. We see Makhmud Muradov beat Andrew Sanchez with flying knees and punches in the end there in the third. Just really beating him down. He gets on baby legs and boom, beats the shit out of him. Close decision with Joanne Calderwood taking a victory over Jessica Ai as well. That wasn't great. Joanne Calderwood kind of with a safe win.
What? I thought it was pretty good.
It was okay. Yeah, no, it was okay. Yeah, no, it wasn't terrible, but I just think, like I said, I think Joanne Calderwood was just playing a bit too safe, for my opinion.
Yeah.
She beat up Jessica Ai good though. She definitely won in my eyes. And then we see that son of a bitch, Michael. Let's see this fucking take a piss test Chandler defeating Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker just didn't look good. I don't know. He looked like a deer in the headlights. He wasn't being aggressive.
Dan Hooker, the thing about him, too, is he's always had a career where it's been on and off. Like,
yeah, that's true.
He's like a two-thirds type of fighter where he wins two-thirds of his fights.
Yep.
And this was just not one of his nights. It was a good matchup for the UFC to promote Michael Chandler.
Yeah, it totally was. That's what I said before.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So I think there was a right fight for him to be promoted, and I think hopefully he's actually going to fight a true top, 5 or 10 in the future.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But it almost feels like there was something behind the scenes going on. It almost felt like that to me. Yeah. That's what it kind of felt like. Because, like I said, Dan Hooker did not look. He looked scared.
Yeah.
He looked like I said, he looked like his mind wasn't there. And something seemed off to me. Michael Chandler gets the win, and it was like a terrible punch. Like, how are you gonna? You know what I mean? It's almost like he had to duck down to let Michael Chandler smoke him that hard too.
He definitely did drop his arm.
You know what I mean? Exactly. He put his arm down. He even drops down a little bit too.
Yeah, and for a striker to drop his arm.
I know exactly. Your whole thing's striking. Like I said, something didn't smell right with it. I'm not trying to make excuses. I hate Michael Chandler. And I lost a beer to Morgan on this one, so I was pretty upset over that one as well. I was very upset over that. And Michael Chandler, I hate Michael Chandler. I did not want to see him win, but here he wins. Son of a bitch. But that brings us to the main event of the evening. Dustin Diamond Poirier versus Notorious Conor McGregor. Huge fight, huge win. And what a fight, man. Just the way they came out. I was really worried for Poirier. I think the lights, in my opinion, he looks scared too. He looks like the lights were getting to him. Maybe at the weigh-ins it seemed a little bit better. But on the walkout, he looked normal. And the walkout, he looked good. And on the walkout, I thought Conor did not look as shredded as he did earlier. Something like he rehydrated too quickly or something.
I totally agree. And I've also noticed when Conor was walking out, I thought he looked nervous.
That's what I'm
taking deep breaths.
Well, exactly. Yeah. No. Absolutely. The exact flipping of the script when Poirier was on the walkout to the ring, he looked calm. Where Conor, I thought, looked calm all week and looked super confident. Exactly that.
He did not look shredded at all. He didn't look. I don't know, man.
He didn't look shredded at all. Exactly. It was very weird. The body transformation from the weigh-ins.
Even his chest and
he was almost a little bit flabby. Yeah. His arms were a little bit flabby.
Yeah,
he was super shredded on the weigh-ins. His arm definition was crazy. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. This guy is definitely pissing hot. And then come the fight, I'm like, no, he kind of looks out of shape. Tell you the truth. And, you know what I mean? So we see that, the respect, I do enjoy the new Conor. The respectful Conor, taking the fight game serious and respecting his opponent, Conor, with a little bit of trash talk, that's fine by me. But, not like trashing the guy's fight game, not trashing him as a person. You know what I mean? And it's hard to say that, against the last two dudes he's fought, which is, Diamond, the Diamond and Cowboy, you know what I mean? Two dudes who were very respected in the game. Two dudes who are actually known for being nice guys out of the ring as well. So it's, you can't really smack those guys for that, but, coming out hot, Conor actually coming out really strong, and that was a lot of the professionals and a lot of the people that were interviewing during the week, asking, everyone's counting out Dustin Poirier, and the betting odds said that, but for Poirier, everyone that was saying was leg kicks. Work the leg kick, you'll get Conor from working the leg kick, and he didn't stray from that plan. Gets that nice little takedown off the bat. Conor obviously, Conor gets back up. Conor tagging. Conor landing a few nice blows in the first round, I thought, but I thought in the end of the first round, Poirier tagged him too, pretty good, and I think that's kind of, Poirier tagged him, slowed him down just a hair, but then that one calf kick right in the beginning of the second round caused Conor to apply some pressure, tagging Poirier again, but Poirier really schmucked him, and I saw it, man. I saw it in his eyes. He hammered him with a nice, clean straight, and he turns the angle, and Conor's not moving. And then that's when I was like screaming, that's when I was jumping up. He's hurt. Yeah. He is hurt. And sure enough, he applies. He gets the takedown because Conor can't walk now, because now he's eating a handful more shots right on the chin, and then just pounds him out to get the TKO. I was just bouncing up and down, and it was a huge win, absolute huge win, biggest win of Poirier's career, to really avenge a loss, get the paycheck, and get the finish when everyone had counted him out.
You know what I've noticed when they're grappling and they're throwing shoulders?
Yep.
Conor was making Poirier's head like fly back.
Yeah.
Poirier was just kind of like bumping into his head.
Yeah.
There's something about those shoulders that, fuck man, Conor's perfected that.
He really has. It's almost like he's pulling the guy down as he's going up with his shoulder.
It's like a headbutt with his shoulder.
And if it lands right on the nose, you can tell it's hurting. Poirier caught it. Poirier is a game dude. His nose is probably just obliterated. Now, right? So I think it didn't catch Conor as badly as it caught Cowboy. That's what the shoulder caught Cowboy really bad and messed his nose up. But I think it hit Poirier just as hard, but didn't do the nose closing damage that we saw with the Cowboy fight.
I think Poirier was turning his head with it. So
a little bit, but huge finish. Oh boy, what day? All the talk about who gets the belt. Poirier saying basically, I'm not gonna fight. Chandler. I'm not going to fight him right now. And I agree. Chandler still needs another fight. Poirier's on a mission right now. Like you said, he's got, that was like his third last fight. He's got 2 more fights is all he's going to do. Maybe 1 more if he keeps winning, but he's on a mission right now, and a bum like Michael Chandler's not even on his radar.
Just make the rubber match the belt match.
I honestly wouldn't be opposed to that. You know what I mean? Conor McGregor puts asses in seats.
Yeah.
I was super excited for this fight because Conor McGregor, like I said, the new guy, the new Conor McGregor, we're seeing the Conor McGregor that is super respectful to the sport. I fully welcome him with open arms. And this fight was probably very, very, very lucrative for the UFC. I can guarantee this, even though with a higher price, I can guarantee it, everywhere was watching it. Everyone was watching it. Everyone was talking about it. And it was to see the underdog win too. Who doesn't, Conor McGregor is perfect for that because people love to see him win. People love to see him lose. But to have Poirier beat him, I think was even better for the UFC building its brand because Poirier is such a nice guy too and such a great fighter. And he showed it here where everyone's like, he's going to get outboxed. He's totally going to get outboxed. You know what I mean? And who got outboxed in this one? Poirier just landed the right shots at the right time and finished the fight. And I think it just makes up for great matchups down the road for anybody. Poirier definitely has got to be, his next fight will have to be for the belt. I think it's going to be somebody else though. I think he'll have to fight somebody else. I don't think it'll be Michael Chandler. Maybe he fights, Dubronx for the belt. I could see that, but I'm not opposed to seeing him fight Conor McGregor. I definitely don't think Nate Diaz definitely isn't on the radar really in my opinion as well. But
Conor's still prime age too. He has another 4 years where
easily
he can really compete.
I just think, and then I said it after he lost, go back to being rich. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
fame kills, man. Fame kills, and I think Conor is probably obviously, it's so easy to say. Even if you're gonna go, like all the Brazilian fighters, Brazil is I think pretty sure Brazil's a third world country. You know what I mean? I don't know. I could be mistaken. If second at best, it's not a first world country though. Let's just say that. But when the likes of Anderson Silva and Jose Aldo and those dudes, when they became famous, if you're going down to Brazil with $1 million, that's like going down to a place with $20 million. You know what I mean? So fame killed them. Fame killed Anderson Silva 100%.
Yeah.
And I think fame could have killed Conor here. But I think he's obviously going into it. he's at a position where he never needs to work again in his life. He could give up right now and be super loaded and just live off his money and just become a billionaire. I think he will be a billionaire one day. I think Conor McGregor will be. But you know what I mean? At least he can focus. You know, you can focus. You can lock yourself in a mansion somewhere or a log cabin somewhere. You know, some super nice place, and have your whole camp up there. Build a ring yourself. Bring in people to train with you, and he probably doesn't even do a dent in his bank account. You know what I mean? Without working, and he doesn't have to worry about working. You know what I mean? So he has that ability, and it didn't work for him. Great fight though, and I really enjoyed it. Whew. Let's man, good show today. Great show, man. Really good show. Special thanks to everyone out there listening. Appreciate you all tuning in, especially to the Spotify peeps. Keep tuning in every week. We love you guys. Check us out on Twitter @AndNewPodcast. There's Steven and Kelly and New Podcast getting it done week after week for y'all here. Back to the grindstone with UFC again every week here. I love it. And can't wait to do the show again for you guys next week. Well, let's wrap her up here, Kelly. Let's call it a night. For producer extraordinaire Kelly, my name is Steven, and you've been listening to the New Pod.